Awesome. Thank you both so much for speaking with me today. Kevin, you reminded me of my ex-pastor. Very weird experience going through this film. So to kick things off, what excited you both the most about being part of this project?
Well, the script, John Logan wrote this incredible script and great characters. And, he took that horror genre and he was making bold social commentary with it about the, horrors of gay conversion therapy. And so, all of that was a great package. And then the role, of course, terrified me at first. She's not the nicest lady. But, that's always exciting too, to be able to do things that are going to challenge you as an actor. That's what you look for in scripts. And this one had that, across the board. So
how about for you, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, I love John. I've known him for a long time. I really like the idea that he was going to take this very traditional kind of structure of a 70s, camp horror movie and slip in this very with a real life horror, situation. I think it was a very clever way to make something that was, more accessible than a dark little drama about gay conversion. And I think that I'm glad that my character reminded you of someone, of your pastor, because I think that I wanted to make him as kind of accessible and non-threatening as possible at the beginning of the movie. And those are the people you really have to worry about.
You have no idea. And your characters are so fascinating because we meet you at the start of this camp, but were you guys given backstory in terms of understanding who you were prior to when we meet you?
Yes, John, he talked to us about that and gave us some backstory. And then, as actors, we make up things too, that the audience will never know. And not even the director, maybe not even the other actors, but whatever it is that needs to, oil the engine, so to speak, so you can show up and be, fully in the skin of the character, so yeah, I had a bunch of stuff that I, came up with, to justify her behavior, and it's on the page though, the writing, we were able to really lean on that and it took us where it needed to go.
And same for you?
Yeah. John and I batted around a lot of ideas about backstory. It's really helpful when you have the writer and the director both as the same person and they have the ability to communicate that very, very clearly and are open to discussing it. It's a great help.
And you kind of brought this up a little bit, Carrie. What was the most challenging aspect of playing these characters? Because as an outsider looking in, I can see the charm. I can see the way in which, there's that false hope that there's something that you're going into something that maybe could help. So was that such a huge challenge for both of you to kind of reconcile with that type of character you're playing?
Yes. I wanted to make sure that when I have this very intense scene that I do with Theo Germain, and I wanted to make sure that they were okay, as we were shooting it, because it's pretty heavy, the things that my character says to them. And so, before we even started, I would like to apologize for everything that's about to come out of my mouth. And so we had a nice laugh, break the ice and so that we could go in and do the work together. And of course, they're a tremendous actor and we were able to, really play well off of each other. And John, he chose for us to play the scene in a very still, a very stylized way. And I think that was helpful for me as an actor. Yeah. And hopefully for the audience too.
Absolutely. That was one of the most intense scenes of the film. So you did phenomenal. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I have to wrap, but thank you both so much for speaking with me. You did a tremendous job. I cannot wait for everybody to see this and for the conversations that'll start. So thank you.
Thank you. Great t-shirt, by the way.